The Leo and Danny show. It's fucking crazy, dude, that nowadays, just shit that in the past, the mistakes you made in your 20s would just, okay, he didn't kill anybody, he didn't rape anybody, he didn't seriously hurt anybody, it's fine. But now something like a message you sent when you were a little drunk, Leo, or Crystalia messaging a 16-year-old, finding out she's 16 and then saying too young, comes back to haunt him like 10 fucking years later and doesn't ruin his career. I think he could still have a career, but really fucking derails it and embarrasses the living hell out of him publicly. All because he was successful. He's being punished for being successful enough for this to make headlines on blogs. That's the only reason people are hearing about it. Otherwise,
remember Kavanaugh, dude? Kavanaugh, it was like something he did when he was 14, and the woman
something he allegedly did. Allegedly, there was no proof.
And she had a very hazy memory of the thing, because who the fuck remembers something in detail? When you were hammered when you were 14. So a very hazy detail, and he almost got his life ruined, you know, and it's a strange time we're living in for sure.
Every single one of the chicks like that were her friends,
of course,
or whatever,
Austin is well read on the Kavanaugh.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah.
Every single one of the people that she mentioned as like a potential witness that was there came out to be like, nah, total bullshit. She's just making it up.
Wow. And you'd think that these days you could get other chicks to just be like, oh yeah, I heard some screaming or something, just make something up to support the woman because believe women, right? But no, that's saying something. And this, to get back to Bryan Callen, who was tied to the Crystalia thing, or rather they were tied to each other and they both got accused of separate shit. The main accuser in his rape thing, her husband, I guess, has been calling ahead to every comedy club that Bryan Callen gets booked at, trying to intimidate the club into canceling the dates with Bryan Callen. I guess he's threatening to, I don't know what he does for a living, but he's somehow trying to drum up people boycotting these comedy clubs if they book Bryan Callen. So Bryan Callen is suing him, which sounds great to me. I'm on Bryan Callen's side in this thing 100%. I went to the husband of the accuser, the guy who's calling all these comedy clubs, GoFundMe, which he has set up to pay the legal expenses to fight off Bryan Callen's lawsuit. And it's very fucking interesting. I read this thing, and in the top paragraph, it says, I'm setting up this lawsuit because I'm setting up this GoFundMe because I'm being sued because I, like many other people, believe that those who have been credibly accused of rape do not have the right to perform in comedy clubs and work in this industry entertaining people, which there are a lot of things wrong with that. Credibly accused, what the fuck does that mean? It hasn't gone to court. There's been no real evidence brought forth. Then at the bottom, what does he say? He says that, I'm sorry I have to set this up, but the sad truth is that in this world, people like Bryan Callen can drag you into court on a whim. And I was like, that's on a whim? There's not enough evidence for him to drag you into court? You're saying that credible threats of rape say you should never work again. So it seems like Bryan Callen has a credible right to bring you to fucking court, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Well, Bryan Callen might have a case, you know. He might have a case in court, and he could be fine, you know.
I don't know. I don't know why I got into that. It sounded, when I read it over and I formulated this little speech in my head about, this is an injustice. It didn't come out very powerfully here on this podcast. So maybe I'm just still hungover from Vegas.